Hey everyone. I just run into a real interesting article that really kind of explains, just how, manipulated and rigged everything is. This kind of deals with the market, but it really deals with everything that's going on these days. I've talked about it before in past videos about this stock market, this bid ask system, and this little article I'll link up kind of shows, what I'm really talking about here. But anytime you have this bid ask system, of course, the theory with the stock market is, well, you buy low and you sell high. Well, if you have a bid and an ask, the bid's the high price, that's where you buy, all right, and the ask is the low price. So anytime you're buying a stock, someone's selling it to you at the high price, all right, and then they buy it at the ask, which is the low price. Any stock you pull up, just go ahead and look at it. You'll look at the price, and there's a bid and an ask, and it's usually separated by whatever cents. But these guys on Wall Street, of course, they're trading millions of shares per day, so they're selling to you at the high price, and whenever you sell, they're selling at the low price. Pretty convenient for them, right? But this chart I'm going to bring up, all right, this is called a tick chart. I thought it was pretty interesting. This shows where people are willing to get into the markets at the bid and the ask, and it shows really about how our markets right now should be far lower than what they are. The rest of the noise in between is just made up by manipulation, the Fed's buying everything, of course, and this chart will show it. But it really shows people that have this idea, that well, you're getting a good deal in the stock market. Now this goes to the big plunge, right? Which is complete. Every explanation that has been put out there is just complete utter nonsense. There's no way that somebody just made a mistake and stocks plunged. The Dow plunged 1,000 points, and every index dropped due to one guy with a misplaced order. Now that's not the way it works on Wall Street. Nobody meant to sell a million shares and it was a billion, and it goes through way too many hands and way too many machines for somebody to mistakenly put up a billion of something. So my theory still stands that what that was a test for the big plunge that's coming. That's what it was, to see what would happen. Now some of these stocks on that day traded at zero. A lot of stocks traded at zero. And if a stock trades at zero, that's the price of it. I don't care what anybody says. So a lot of these stocks that trade on the Dow and the S&P and the Nasdaq, they were trading at zero, and that was their true value. People can argue that all they want, but in a bid-ask system, all you've got is bids and asks out there in the interwebs, as Monograph says. So take a look at this little article I have and read down on the comments, and they go into further explain what this the tick chart is, and this shows that where the markets are today, and the actual participation in the markets is what it is. This is bids and asks being hit in the markets. Okay, and you'll see on this chart that the indexes are up here. The actual prices of where the participation is far lower. So these markets are being supported artificially right now, and this chart really lays it out. So I figured you'd be interested in seeing it. So I will put it up and let you take a look at it. So thanks a lot. Bye. It's the sound effects of Clark getting the shit kicked out of him.
What do they mean? They are going to hang somebody.
Riots in Germany, people.